So we've looked at finding the angle. These ones we are given the angle, and this time we're finding the radius. And again, starting with the area instead of the arc length. But our principles remain the same. First thing we want to do is to write down our formula. So area equals angle over 360 times pi r squared. Once we've got that, put in what we know. So 60 equals 130 over 360 times pi times r squared. Again, just going to show you my calculator very quickly, just so you can see what I'm putting in. So you can copy that as a kind of example. So there's the calculator. We are doing 130 divided by 360. So that's that first bit times pi. So even without a fraction button, you can still put this in. That therefore is giving us 60 equals 1.13446 times r squared. Working with that, we want to divide both sides by this. So dividing both sides, I might just write that in by 1.13, divided by 1.13. So that gives us 52.888. Now it's important you're keeping lots of accuracy in each step here. I'm writing it all out. If you can keep it in your calculator, you can maybe write a few less digits, but key thing is to keep that accuracy. Now this is like when we're working backwards in circle questions. We've got an r squared. The opposite of an r squared is to do a square root. So we are going to square root 52.888411.858. Square rooting that, and that's just a calculator operation, 272.441.9460. Rounding that, we've got 7.27 centimeters. And here I'm rounding to 2 decimal places. I'm happy for you to do that in the questions that you're working on as well. 2 decimal places are really good level of accuracy in this case. Okay, so at your turn, have a go. Same process as what I've just done. Work your way through, see if you can work out what we've got. Now, this time I have remembered to give you the area, so hopefully that helps with your turn this time. Pause the video, have a go, and I'll give you the answer in a moment. So hopefully you paused that. And here is our solution. So formula, area equals angle over 360 times pi r squared. Put in what we know. So 150 goes in for the area, 50 over 360 times pi r squared goes in for our formula on this side. Working out that 50 over 360 times pi bit should have given you 0.43633233129. So got that. Dividing both sides by this giant number here should leave us with r squared on that side, and 150 divided by 0.436, etc., is 343.774677, etc. That's what r squared is. To figure out r, we need to square root that 343.7746, etc. And that should give you 18.5411. And rounding that to 2 decimal places is 18.54. Just be a little bit careful. Units here were millimeters squared, so the answer here is in millimeters. Well done if you've got through that. I know this should hopefully be becoming a bit familiar. We've seen a couple of examples of how we're doing this this week. So that reversing a process hopefully is becoming reasonably familiar. Have a go at the questions. If you make it through all the questions, there is also an extension activity with a little prize attached to it, actually, for the extension activity for the first person to give me a correct fully filled in extension activity. So I'll leave that open to you, but have a go. It'd be great to see some answers to that.